Coming up on UT 10 News, Med students met their match.
And we'll look into how students are reaching out to the community.
Plus, David Duffy has highlights of the Rockets' return to the WNIT. Your news in 10 minutes starts now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Faith Atkins.
And I'm Lydia Sims. Reports of racism at the University of Oklahoma, sexual misconduct at Penn State, and destructive behavior from Michigan Greeks have all drawn criticism nationwide.
Reporter Devin Lutz is live in the newsroom. Devin, have a lot of these incidents just happened this semester?
Yes, Faith. That's why I reached out to students in UT's Greek community to get their response. In the wake of scandals such as the racist video from the University of Oklahoma's SAE chapter, there is now a negative spotlight on Greeks across the nation. Though these issues have been prevalent at other universities, Greeks at UT don't feel affected by the actions of those at other chapters.
I feel like it's a few isolated incidents that definitely aren't widespread. They're different between every different school. They're different between each chapter at every school. Everyone kind of has their own personality, and so Greek life can get a bad rap for a few people's mistakes.
The fraternities on campus aren't focusing on the negative stereotypes and are continuing to live by their values.
We try to build men of intellect and integrity, because at the end of the day, if you're not a gentleman, if you don't have good values and you don't stand by them, then what are you worth?
We contacted UT's chapter of Sigma Alpha Epsilon and the Office of Greek Life, and they both declined to be interviewed. I'm Devin Lutz, live from the UT 10 newsroom.
Concerns have been raised that only one ticket is running for student government president and vice president.
Reporter Mark Woower looked into the problem to see how this will impact the election.
The Student Judicial Council says the issue arose when dates were changed multiple times during the school year that caused students who wanted to run to miss their deadlines. Students who were interested in running were required to gain a set number of signatures in order to be placed on the ballot.
Throughout the semester, the election board has been changing the dates quite a bit. But the reason why they changed the dates was because we were trying to be more inclusive. We were trying to add more people into the process.
As for the only ticket running, Cody Spoon and Ian McCulloch look to take up the position if they are elected.
In terms of transparency, we definitely want the students, as well as all of our senators and justices in the organization, to know exactly what we're doing as soon as we possibly get it accomplished.
The student government is already looking into plans for next year, so this kind of issue does not reoccur. I'm Mark Woort for UT 10 News.
Medical students nationwide met their match on Friday. 700 family and friends gathered at the Shanahan Theater to see where UT Med students are headed. 166 fourth-year students were matched with hospitals across the country. These future graduates will be serving their residencies at Yale, UCLA, Johns Hopkins, while others will be staying in the area.
I just matched in pediatrics at my #1, Case Western, Rainbow Babies, so I'm very, very excited.
Most of the 2015 class are headed to Michigan and California. Students in the Pi Kappa Phi fraternity danced the night away on Thursday to raise awareness. The dance gave people with disabilities a chance to socialize and enjoy themselves. The fraternity invited 3 local disability homes to bring in people of all ages. The event was hosted in the Rec Center's Maple Room and was free of charge.
We weren't looking for the fundraising aspect. We were more looking to spread awareness and to show people the different abilities that people have rather than focus on their disabilities.
75 people were in attendance. Pi Kappa Phi hopes to make the dance a UT tradition. Over the weekend, UT students got up early to pitch in for a cleaner Toledo.
That's right, Faith. Reporter Angelique Baird got a look at how the students gave back to the local community.
This past Saturday marked the annual UT Big Event. Inspired by a similar project organized every year at Texas A&M University, the Big Event came to UT in 2000. Since then, it has become the largest one-day student-run service project in the nation.
The primary goal of the Big Event is to send students from the University of Toledo's campus out into the area of Toledo to kind of show our support and appreciation for all the residents and area alumni that give their support to the university every day.
Volunteers got to show their appreciation to campus neighbors through tasks such as yard cleanup, gardening, trash pickup, and more. This year, 66 student organizations worked at a total of 61 sites, including Ronald McDonald House, Collingwood Community Garden, and Monroe Street United Methodist Church.
It would take us weeks to do what they get done in a day, so it's an awesome help.
With around 2,000 student volunteers, this year's Big Event is the largest in UT history. I'm Angelique Baird for UT 10 News.
An already existing tradition of over 10 years continued on the 20th and 21st. The Resident Student Association hosted Little Sibs Weekend. 350 younger brothers and sisters of UT students came to campus to experience college life. Registration was free, and the kids participated in various activities such as reg night, carnival, and a magic show.
I was a little sib here 11 years ago when my older brother was a student, and I still remember that, you know, and so you keep those memories for a long time.
All littles 6 years and older were invited to stay in the residence halls with their bigs. The 39th Annual International Dinner sold out on Saturday, having to turn away over 50 people at the door. The International Student Association hosted the Flashback Theme Dinner to share their international cultures. 500 students and faculty filled the Student Union Auditorium dressed in international era clothing from the 50s through the 80s. Dr. Sammy Spann was also honored for his dedication.
It was like a moment of joy for me. I really enjoy it. I love to see the students put so much into all they do, and acknowledge that I had something to do with it just makes me feel special.
ISA raised over $5,000, which will go towards future events.
Spring has sprung for Rocket Sports as the baseball team took on Kent State in a 3-game weekend series. But first, the women's basketball team made their way back into the WNIT just a few years removed from winning the whole tournament. J.N. Bravo Harriet started off with the first points of the game with a nice jumper for the 2. The Rockets trailed in the beginning until Inma Zanoguera showed them whose house it was with a nice pull-up here for 2 more. But the Rockets were still hungry as Janice Monacana helped with an amazing 3 from the corner. Let's not forget about Brene Harris, who showed them what the Raiders what happens when you leave her open for a nice 3 with the assist from Zanoguera. There it is. 23 hits Harris again, who gives the Raiders another 3 in the face to push Toledo up by 2. The Raiders could not catch up in the second half as the Rockets took an 8-point win, 72-64. Harris will also do something that has never been done in program history in the win.
Brene Harris, what can you say? Triple-double tonight. 11 assists, 16 points. But more importantly, one thing her coach has been chewing her tail about is rebounding. She had 11 rebounds tonight.
After a couple of days off, the women were back in action in Savage last night. This time, the Rockets took on the Michigan Wolverines. Junior Brene Harris spent 2 seasons with the Wolverines before transferring to UT. The Rockets kept it close early in the first as J. Bravo Harriet hit C3 to get them going. Toledo went up 3 here as Inma Zanoguera hit a layup after a pass from Harris. Michigan shot 57% from the field in the first as they went to the break up by 14. In the second half, the Wolverines kept their lead, but Janice Monacana would cut into it with a putback and a foul. But the Wolverines were too much, and it sealed the 74-58 win to end UT's season. The loss also ended the career of senior captain Inma Zanoguera.
It is kind of weird thinking I'm not going to be on the court with these people ever again, but lots of good memories. I guess that's what I'm thinking of right now. Nothing to hang my head about.
Over to the baseball diamond now, where after winning the first 2 games of the weekend series, Toledo looked to complete the sweep of Kent State on Sunday afternoon. This game was a pitcher's duel as the Toledo Rockets on Caleb Schillis faced off with Andy Ravel. Schillis went 7.1 innings and Ross Actor came out of the bullpen to close the game. Toledo got 5 hits on the afternoon with 2 from Tyler Barr, including his triple in the 5th inning. In the 6th, the Golden Flashes scored the game's only one to go up on the Rockets. The Flashes finished the contest with 8 hits of their own. Kent State kept UT off the board in this one, avoiding the sweep. The Rockets will be back in action tonight as they take on Ohio State and Columbus.
Thanks, David. Well, that's it for UT 10 News. For the latest breaking news from campus and bios from all our UT 10 reporters, go to our website, ut10news.com.
And remember, you can watch the live stream of our newscast production every Tuesday morning at 10:30 on our YouTube channel. For Lydia Sims, David Duffy, and all of our crew, I'm Faith Atkins. Have a great week, and stay tuned for more news from the UT campus.